Hey guys, Ambience here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to beat Night 3 on Five Nights at Freddy's 30, so let's go ahead and get straight into it. I was going to record this guide yesterday, by the way, but I was waiting on more info, and something just felt right recording this episode on the 6th anniversary of FNaF 3. That's right, this game came out 6 whole years ago. Time flies, man. Alright, let's go ahead and see if we can get Springtrap over to Cam 10, just like last time. If you saw the last guide, then you know that we're doing something that I like to call the Springtrap trap. We're just going to basically lure him to Cam 10 and try to keep him there as long as possible. So I'm just going to look around for him, see where he is. There he is, Cam 8. So let's go ahead and play audio in Cam 9 and lure him over here one room by one. Don't worry about any of the Phantom animatronics spawning, by the way, before 1 a.m. Phantom Foxy is actually the only one who can spawn, so don't worry about BB, Mangle, Freddy, you know, all of them. Currently, the only Phantom animatronic that is not active is Phantom Puppet. Phantom Freddy, Phantom Foxy, and Phantom Chica all become active on this night. There actually is a small chance of Phantom Foxy spawning on night 2, but it's very, very small, and it doesn't really affect much, so that's why I didn't mention it. So let's go ahead and talk about how Phantom Foxy works and how to counter him. So once you had the monitor up for a substantial amount of time, or you have been closing and opening it rapidly, I'm not 100% sure how it works, but it's definitely something to do with using the monitor for a long period of time. Then Phantom Foxy will appear on the left side of your office. So what I would recommend doing is making it a habit to pan slowly over to the left side. Yes, you need to get to your maintenance panel quick sometimes, but trust me, you'll waste a lot more time than you save if you do end up getting a jump scare. Alright, Springtrap's back here. So yeah, just pan slowly. If he's there, first thing I notice is his eye. He'll be standing over here. Pan back, pull up the monitor, immediately drop it, pan back over, and he will be gone. Got a ventilation error going on here, so let's go ahead and reboot it. Alright, so now that you guys know how to avoid Phantom Foxy, the next thing I want to talk about is Phantom BB. So for whatever reason, most people seem to believe that Phantom BB can actually spawn on every single camera except for the vent cameras. I actually believed this myself for quite a while, but it turns out that is not the case. There's actually only 4 cameras in the entire game that Phantom BB can spawn on. These are 1, 7, 9, and 10. These are some of the cameras that you view the most, so maybe that's why it seems like he tends to jump scare you a lot. But yeah, he can actually only appear on those 4 cameras and none of the other cameras. So don't worry about him if you're on Cam 8, Cam 5, you know, anything like that. No need to worry about him. Phantom Mangle and Phantom Chica are confined to their own rooms. In the case of Phantom Mangle, it is Cam 4. In the case of Chica, then it is Cam 7. Cam 7 you may have to view occasionally. It's one of the rooms that we're going to try to keep Springtrap locked in if he happens to escape Cam 10. So you might have to deal with Chica eventually, but Mangle you can pretty much just never look at Cam 4. There's no reason to. I also wanted to talk about the reaction times for the Phantom animatronics on the camera. This applies to at least BB, Mangle, and Chica. I believe it applies to all of the Phantom animatronics, but I don't know exactly how. So basically you have a very limited amount of time to click off the camera to avoid activating a Phantom animatronic and their jump scare. There are, I believe, 4 ways that you can avoid them. I explained this last time, but only in the context of BB. You can switch cameras, you can close the monitor, you can hit map toggle like I just did to avoid BB, or you can click on the camera that you're currently on to refresh it. And doing any of these will cause the Phantom animatronic to not attack. At least to my knowledge, I've only tested this with BB so far. So the reaction times in particular change every night. They go down by about 10 milliseconds. That's 1/10 of a second, by the way. So on night 1, there are reaction times programmed for night 1. I don't know why, because nothing can spawn. Well, Phantom Foxy has like a 1 in 10,000 chance of spawning or something like that, but obviously it's not a very high chance, so I don't really know why they're programmed, but they are. It is 1 second on night 1. So then we do 0.9 seconds on night 2, 0.8 seconds on night 3, and on, dropping by 10 milliseconds, or 1/10 of a second every time, up until we get to night 6, at which point it is 0.5 seconds. Reaction time is not affected by aggressive mode being on, so don't worry about that. One of the last things that I want to talk about is Phantom Freddy. I still don't have all the info on how he works exactly, but the very basic version of it is that he will occasionally try to walk past a window. Basically, what you do in this situation, he's very easy to avoid, just don't stare directly at him. This doesn't mean you have to have the monitor up the entire time. You can put it down, you can pan over. Basically, as long as you're not looking directly at him, then you will be fine. He'll be seen as a silhouette in this window right here walking past. If you do stare at him, he will drop down, and then after a short delay will jump scare you and cause a ventilation error. Something important to note is that a certain sound cue plays while Phantom Freddy is walking past a window. It's like a kind of creepy static type thing, I guess. It's kind of hard to explain, but this actually plays two separate times. One, if Phantom Freddy is walking past a window currently, but it also plays if Springtrap is getting close to you. So this means if he is in cam 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, or if he is directly outside your office or very close to your office, then the sound cue will play. So sometimes it's kind of hard to tell where it's Springtrap or Phantom Freddy. In this case, I would just recommend putting down the monitor. If you see Phantom Freddy, it could be either of them, but if he's not there, it's definitely Springtrap. So if you hear it, Springtrap is getting close, and you should be very wary. So the Springtrap's here, you'll hear it. I believe it gets louder the closer he is to you, so you can kind of tell where he is. This is a fantastic way to keep track of Springtrap and where he is, and it'll probably help actually alleviate a lot of the stress from jump scares, because you will know when Springtrap is getting close. So, basically, just to recap, don't look directly at Phantom Freddy. Always be ready to click off the camera very quickly if a Phantom animatronic like BB or Mangle does happen to show up. Try not to check Cam 4 or 7 if possible to avoid Mangle and Chica. And pan very slowly to the left side of the office just to ensure that Phantom Foxy is not there waiting for you. And try to keep Springtrap in Cam 10 most of the time. If he escapes, it's no big deal. As long as Cam 14 is sealed, he won't be able to go through that vent to get to you. As he gets to Cam 9, if you don't think you can lure him back for whatever reason, like he's about to leave, maybe you want to seal Cam 11, but I don't see much use for it. And then as he gets closer, then I'll explain where you want to keep him if he happens to escape Cam 10, but it is very, very unlikely to happen on nights 2 and 3, so that's why I didn't really bother mentioning it. I will go more in depth on that, as well as how some of how the Phantom animatronics work. I'll go more in depth on that. I cannot speak today. I can't speak in most of my videos, so it's not like anything's changed. So anyway, yeah, Phantom Puppet activates on night 4, and Springtrap, of course, gets more aggressive along with the rest of the Phantom animatronics. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching this guide. I hope it helped you, and I'll see you in the next one.